Welcome to Chiller Theater with Ned the Dead, Dr. Moreau, and Edna the Talking Skull. Tonight, the Brainiac. Ladies and gentlemen, Ned the Dead.
Chiller Theater, it's my kind of show. It's a happy show, it's a crazy show. It's our show, you know. Hey everybody, it's Chiller Theater. I'm Ned the Dead, and my friend Doc Moreau is waiting in the wings. This is the program you've come to know and you strongly dislike. It's Chiller Theater. At least based on how many people we think are watching. We know that the four of you are very, very loyal, and we thank you for that. Friends, I'll tell you what, Chiller Theater is our chance to share with you what local television used to be like. It used to be where people got on and got to say stuff right here in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and do unusual things, and now it's not so much like that. So we're very happy to be able to be one of the last places where true local non-news programming still exists. That sounded very, very serious for Ned the Dead. So let's get rid of that. It's time for Doc Moreau's movie lore. It's a great movie. It's Brainiac. Doc, roll it. Enjoy.
He's known in some circles as the Mexican Christopher Lee, Abel Salazar, who tonight stars in The Brainiac, also known as El Barón del Terror, one of the finest Mexican horror movies ever imported to the U.S. and dubbed into English by the infamous K. Gordon Murray. Salazar's characters range from the suave and horrifically intense villain of The Brainiac, in which he ate brains 40 years before Anthony Hopkins in Hannibal, to the timid comic relief character he played in another Chiller Theater classic, Vampire's Coffin. And his talents don't stop there. He is also credited as the producer of those films. We may never see their original Spanish language versions, and in all fairness, I must say, much of the silliness and goofy dialogue may just be a result of bad translations. But keep an open mind and remember, it's the English language dubbing we're most making sport of, not the original artistic efforts themselves. Now, we know from your responses that the Brainiac has its fans out there in Ned the Dead country, and it's for you guys I'm pleased to make the following announcement. Thanks go out to our man Andy and his clone, Lant from Appleton, for hooking us up with this bit of info. Reported to be in production here in the US of A by the Internet Movie Database, a movie called Academy of Doom, also known as Wrestling Women versus the Brainiac. Ah, I smell a sequel. Nothing to do, fans of cephalic matter sucking, but stay tuned. Love the lore. Ned?
Doc Moreau, ladies and gentlemen, he knows it, he says it, he lives it. He is the amazing master of these movies that we possess. Tonight's movie, The Brainiac, man, if you can tell that Doc looks stoked, it's because he's stoked. We love this movie. It's a fantastic one. It just has it all when it comes to the kind of movies we show. So enjoy, settle back, make some extra popcorn, get an extra root beer, and get ready now for the amazing Brainiac. Roll it, Lester, or what? Brainiac!
We, the Grand Inquisitor, protector of the faith against heretic sins of apostasy in the city of Mexico and all the states and dominions in the province of New Spain and its viceroyalties and governing bodies, through royal audiences in all the cities and states, do proclaim that the other inquisitors and I have attended this hearing in the secret chamber of the Holy Tribunal of the Inquisition in Mexico to do justice in the trial that has been initiated against the aforementioned Baron Vitellius of Estera, of unknown origin, who has repeatedly refused to state same. Aware of the edicts and merits of this trial, and the evidence and suspicion resulting thereof.
That's it? You're done now? I thought you were... Okay, my bad. Let's see.
Report on the sentence and the trial by torment that this tribunal of the Holy Inquisition instituted against said Baron Vitellius for heresy and the instigation of heresy, for practicing dogmatism.
And catmatism.
For having used witchcraft, superstitions, and conjurations for depraved and dishonest ends. For having employed the art of necromancy, invoking the dead, and trying to foretell the future through the use of corpses. For having seduced married women and maidens.
And farm animals and fresh baked goods. Come here, my Kringle.
My name is Marcos Miranda. I first saw light in a village called Quiana in Portugal.
And what do you have to say in favor of the accused?
I'd like to say that I know that Baron Vitellius is an honorable man, Your Grace. A man of many virtues, respected for his knowledge that he is dedicated to the promotion of fine arts and sciences. He has helped the downtrodden people in this new land.
Have you ever heard anything more absurd, Lord Inquisitor?
What a filthy little liar.
Your pants may soon be on fire.
Marcos Miranda, the farce that you have tried to perpetrate has earned you the punishment of 200 lashes, which will be applied immediately in the torture chamber.
Boy, if he's stripped.
This hearing has come to an end, and the Lord Inquisitors have heard all the evidence that was to be presented. As a result, this tribunal of the Holy Inquisition, established in New Spain, has seen fit to condemn the impenitent Baron Vitellius of Estera to be dressed in the clothing of shame bearing symbols of fire. He will undergo personal debasement before the people. All his lands and possessions will be confiscated. And finally, he will be burned to death in an open field.
And incidentally, no part of this holy tribunal may be reproduced
without the express written consent of the National Inquisition League.
If my body is to be burned, it will be without chains.
Hey, don't! Why, you little...
That fiend will pay dearly for all his sins now, for what he did to you.
Good news is, you're the guest of honor at a barbecue.
Bad news is, you gotta wear a silly hat.
Balthazar of Manassas.
Larry Tate.
From Bewitched.
Alvaro Contreras.
Spock's evil twin.
Sebastian of Pantoja.
It's Roy Scheider.
Galindo Doval.
How'd you do that?
See, we're going to talk to the professor at the observatory. It's something important.
You must like your work.
Don't forget, I chose to be an astronomer. I work in the dark. We're looking for a real star, and there are no clouds tonight.
What's that supposed to mean? The rest of us are looking at fake stars?
Yeah, or they're turning that big bad boy telescope on Selma Hayek's place.
Ooh.
Hey, everybody, back on Chiller Theater, and our own person dressed in the clothing of shame. Here he is. It's Doc Moreau.
At least I don't have a funny hat.
Oh, who also have to had to suffer debasement, but unfortunately it was his parents' basement, you know, for about 37 years. Doc was kept down there, and therefore, I'll tell you, I know, that opening stuff is just grand, isn't it? I mean, now, what's the name of the dude again?
Abel Salazar.
Abel Salazar. I am Abel Salazar. I was felt with a name like that, I would have really been able to impress the chicks, you know what I mean? Because, you know, if your name is, hi, I'm Ned, how are you? Hey, lovely lady. Hey, pretty lady. I'm Ned, how are you? You know, that never really worked. But it was Abel, is that what it is?
Yes.
Abel, if I could have gone up and go, hey, pretty lady, I'm Abel Salazar. That stuff works, I'm telling you. Just to be able to say, I am Abel Salazar. It just makes me feel
I don't know.
He's a cool dude. I'd like to see more of his stuff.
All right, what else is he in again? What is
We have him in Vampire's Coffin.
Oh yeah,
Another of our perennials.
perennial.
But he has a totally different role in there. He's kind of a comic relief.
You know, it's a sad thing on Chiller Theater. Our movies come up more often than your shrubbery. Year after year after year.
Yes.
Believe me, your evergreen shrubs are dead long before we get done with this movie package.
Our Ring of Fire.
It is our burning ring of fire, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we do here on Chiller Theater to describe painful ring of fire. It's right there. Let's go see stuff. Hey kids, we're back on Chiller Theater. Now, I think there's one thing we can all agree upon, that smoking is bad. You know what I'm saying?
Bad for you.
It's bad. It's bad. It's bad for you. It tastes bad. It looks bad. It's expensive. It's bad. It's ridiculously bad. And the one thing I'm real happy about with the young generation is that most kids, when asked, you know, do you smoke? Will you ever smoke? They look at you like you're out of your mind. That's great, because that's the way it ought to be. But in continuing with Chiller Theater's mission for public service, and I don't know if a lot of you realize, you know, when they classify shows, you have, of course, sports programming and news program and entertainment programming, and we are actually, we are a community help program. And that's what we qualify for, is we're actually an aid to the community. We're something to help you live your lives and to make your lives better. As part of our continuing effort to make your lives better, we're going to bring you another Chiller Theater Presents. And this one is, it's an anti-smoking message that's clothed in a lot of old pro-smoking materials. Again, stuff that you rarely get to see, and you look at it and you think, how could that ever have been on?
Yes.
Much like what people say after they watch Chiller Theater. So, we get to much like what people say after they watch Chiller Theater. That is where we're at.
Yes.
So go dig it now, everybody. It's Chiller Theater Presents. We're proud of it, or what?
Meet your honey and give her a whirl. All swing around with the little girls. Smoke 'em, then you'll see. Ellis, Ellis.
Friends, here's a wonderful Christmas gift for anyone who smokes.
Roy gives you all the taste, all the time.
Are you kidding? I used to smoke spuds years ago.
This tasting menthol cigarette.
Nestled in the fertile coastal regions of southeastern United States is the heart of our tobacco country, Tobacco USA. Let's go behind the scenes where we see the Old Virginia Tobacco Company in a state of excitement.
Can't you all watch where you're going, boy?
I, Miss Calhoun, am on important business for the big boss himself. These are the latest figures on the campaign to make every man, woman, and child in the whole country a cigarette smoker.
Pick up, boy, I can't hear you.
In first place, by 1.5 million, Kenyans.
Kenyans?
In second place, by 1 million, Humbars.
Second. I want Humbars first. I'll give you characters. Just 3 more months. 1 more quota. By that time, I want every man, woman, and child in the country smoking Humbar. We may have lost a battle, but we all ain't lost a war. Now get out there and sell cigarettes.
Yes, sir, J.B.
It's Humbar time. Time for America's favorite cigarette.
Big Tom Tink was burned by a clinker and he began to cry. Hey, Daddy, oh, bring me a Humber. I'd rather have it than pie.
Say, folks, while we're waiting here, I just wanted to tell you that Humbers are a tinkering man's cigarette.
And another thing. We need a new slogan.
J.B., you know our competitor who says their cigarettes take you away?
Well, I've got a better slogan. Now get this. Hum bars take you out of this world.
Oh, by the way, sir, which cigarette do you prefer? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's 100% for Humbers. Remember, folks, Humber cigarettes take you out of this world. Wait, wait, stop, halt, help, whoa!
Let's not forget the young people. Get ads in every high school paper, their yearbooks, and their weekly reader. Give those kids something for their busy little minds, I always say.
Spud cigarettes are cooler than cool. Smoke Spud cigarettes, that's the mild, happy rule.
We gave this mouse the residue from smoking one Humbar cigarette, and it didn't die.
There you see, what did I tell you?
Oh, well, back to the lab.
This ain't for publication, but, frankly, I wouldn't smoke for $1 million.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what, we're going to head back to the movie here in a flash. You know, this is the time of the night. I'm hungry again. I don't know about you. And you know what I'm saying? You know, every so often during the taping, we order out late at night. And we've just placed our order now. We got 6 people on the crew. So we sent someone out for 20 tacos from a local restaurant. And this is one of these, I'm going to say the name. And should we say the name of the restaurant? Do we dare do that? It's Taco Burrito Mexico, man. I'll tell you what. It is an awesome place. And I get to the point where we send our order out right now. It's about all I can think of because there's not much I like in the world anymore than what we're going to receive. So while we fight the hunger pangs, we're going to enjoy this movie together. You guys are lucky. You're in the kitchen. You can eat right now. I have to think about the delivery of Taco Burrito tacos. So I'll tell you, friends, it's going to be, could be a long night. All right, everybody, let's head back.
There to the south. I'm sure you'll see it soon.
Your other south, idiot.
Professor! Look! I'm sure I found it.
Pardon my elbow, honey.
What the hell was that?
A cardboard porta potty falling off the back of a truck? Or I suppose it could have been a meteor?
Well, at least they let him keep his undies.
Brainiac likes to roll commando.
And don't that suit fit him better, too? Isn't it your line?
No, it's your line.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, sir.
Oh, sir.
Ooh, I think he's chafing a bit.
I knew he'd regret not taking the underwear. Gold bond.
Since you got here, haven't said one single word to me. But that stare in your eye says so much to me. To tell you the truth, it makes me feel afraid. Keep staring. I don't want you to stop looking at me.
What's with the light on his face? Is there a lighthouse next door? Boy, you know, I'll tell you what, I am actually a lot more intelligent now than I think I used to be. I don't really know what it is. I believe that saw that thing.
Oh, there went the second grade again.
Look, it's SpongeBob SquarePants. Look, yeah, can I use that computer, Mommy? Can I? Yes, and the square root of the isosceles involving Rico's Madingue is a 4.5. That, coupled with the feeling that...
Stop that.
Hey, everybody, we're back on Chiller Theater. A lot of fun here, everybody. Enjoying the movie, enjoying what we have. Once again, Brainiac, we're loving that, aren't we?
He's a Brainiac, Brainiac, and what's more, he'll suck your brains like they've never been sucked before.
Ned, reach the bell! Ned, reach the bell! Ned, reach the bell!
Letters, we get letters, we get letters, and the letters that we love to enjoy. Yes, everybody, it is the letter time on Chiller Theater. We appreciate your sending us stuff. Keep on sending them. We'll keep on reading them. And it's going to be the circle of life, everyone. It's going to be a lot of fun. And the circle of life. I actually changed the melody there for my own use, considering that I can't really sing, as you all know. Now, we received a number of letters this week. Many. We got about 500. We chose these 3. Actually, we got about 3, and we chose all of them. All right. Now, the amazing part is, though, one of them was sent by, basically it's from Clark Kent and Lois Lane. But here's the amazing part of this. The person, we don't show the address long enough sometimes. Sometimes they have a little bit of a hard time getting the address off the air. And so here's the amazing thing. It says on here, it's made out to Chiller Theater, P.O. Box 504, Green Bay, we have 54305. Now, our P.O. Box is actually 22404. So what I'm saying now is, this is, you people may occasionally, however you feel about the Postal Service or whatever, you know what? I am amazed. Because the Postal Service will deliver to me a letter that is not even within the same world as it is that we actually are in, yet it finds its way into my postal box. Now, what I have to do is compliment the fine workers at the U.S. Postal Service, and I'm wondering, at what point do you live in a town big enough where a misaddressed letter doesn't get to you? You know what I'm saying? Because this thing, it's just amazing, don't you think?
Lassie came home.
Right, Lassie came home, and they found its way into the box. So, folks at the U.S. Postal Service, Green Bay, Wisconsin, downtown station, well done. All right, this says, Dear Ned and Doctor, I'm Lois Lane. My girlfriend, wait a minute. No, my girlfriend and I love your movies. We liked when you said, Jen, do you work for the Superman? Cat, there is no cats in this film. There you are, everyone. So, there's a letter for you. Now, we got something from Cheryl in Chilton, Wisconsin, or Crivett. Chilton, sorry. Yeah, 2 different counties, 2 different ends of the world. Both exciting places, but we got to give Crivets its due right now. Crivets, of course, pretty much the beautiful, glorious Wisconsin North Country that we know and love. This says, Dear Ned and Doc, we love your show and your humor. From Crivets, so we understand that. We look so forward to Saturday nights to watch you two. Could you please show some Vincent Price movies on occasion? All right, now, once again, all right, here we go. Growing up in my small town, we had a pharmacist who could have been Price's clone, creepy but cool. No, I like that. I'd like to get my Viagra from Vincent Price if possible. There you go. Wait,
I'm not going to hurt you.
I'm not gonna hurt you. In fact, you're gonna really like what I do to you. It's right. But if it lasts for more than 3 hours, better go see someone. Vincent, that's gonna wreck any experience I have in the next 10 years right there. It's gonna be all bad. Doc just went, here we go. Doc, come on back quickly, Doc. What do you have there? Oh, watch out, you're dragging cords. So, all right, go ahead.
I want you to sing the Circle of Life again.
The circle of life.
How did that happen?
Thank you.
I'm not gonna hurt you. All right, so what I have to say, Cheryl, first of all, thanks for watching up in Crivets. We love that area. I love Crivets, because it's not too far from Green Bay. I mean, but yet it's just awesome. I mean, again, fine folks. And Cheryl, what we'll do is eventually we'll rotate back into our Vincent Prices, and we certainly do have them. So everybody, if you want to, in fact, send something to Chiller Theater, send it to, here we go, Chiller Theater, P.O. Box 22404, Green Bay. Guys are getting tired. Green Bay. I'm not going to give you tacos. Green Bay. 54305. Send it and enjoy.
The same little holes in exactly the same place that they were bored in that other fellow's skull.
Yeah. Identical characteristics in both cases. Doc, I'm sure that the killer made the perforations.
Or you might say the perpetrator perfectly performed the perforations.
Oh, you could perfectly pronounce that proposition.
Putz.
And the person who did it is an expert in anatomy, too.
I wish they'd find some way to control the subjects a man studies. A maniac with a lot of knowledge is a threat.
Well, fine. Then the investigation is ended, and it seems foolish to go on. I'm sorry, Chief.
Thank you, and pardon me for the trouble.
That one talks like Jack Webb and looks like Jesse Ventura.
Not at all. I'm at your service.
Let's go.
Thank you very much.
Well, that one thinks he's Elvis. Thank you very much.
Today at dawn, 2 bodies were found. One by a highway, the other several yards away inside a ladies' bar.
A ladies' bra?
Bar.
If you've come to see the archives, I'm sorry, but it's time for us to close.
Like a lighthouse on the hill.
His flashing steals their will. Hey, kiddies, we're back here.
Oh, so what do you think? Let me ask you, as a former smoker,
all right,
why the Brainiac stopped and went back to the old streetwalker lady after she put the smoke down his throat. I think he liked that. He went back for more. He went back to suck her brains based on her smoky breath.
All right, so the question that you had is, do I then wish to brain suck as a result of my having been... Yes, of course.
You think he liked that? He liked the nicotine?
Well, I've always, I don't know what it is. I've always thought...
I thought he was going to let her go,
See,
but he turned around and went back.
I wouldn't really wish to, actually dine on any, human anything, but I wouldn't mind sucking out some of people's thoughts, or a little bit of their intelligence. There's been times when I felt kind of outgunned intelligence-wise, like when I was, at the convenience store or whatever, where people around are kind of giving me a run for my money. I would like that, maybe suckle out a little bit of somebody's common sense, probably, but then I wouldn't be doing this. Figure it. Hey, Kitty's back on Chiller Theater. I know, man, I know. You could go ahead and flop that big tongue all you want. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you what, though, I did, and I've had this for the last few weeks, but I haven't used it. Your favorite.
Oh.
I have some of the Listerine, the horrible Listerine breath spray that is much like, it's kind of like minty battery acid if you put too much of it in your mouth. I've now gotten to the point where I can tolerate 3. Bring out that tongue, my friend. Here we go. That's a 6. Harry, watch this. Get right up there.
Whoa.
And friends, I'm not kidding you. That is so. He's not making that up.
It burns.
It It's like a combination of all the movies we've ever had. Roll right into that.
It's okay until you breathe.
Get the lavage station quickly.
This doesn't make any sense.
What? How a 350-year-old guy returns in a meteor as a brain-sucking freak?
Yeah, what part of that doesn't make sense?
Mr. and Mrs. Louis Meneses.
Mary Tate guy.
Miss Anna Louisa Vivar and Mr. Francis Correa. Professor Indalecio Pantoja.
And Roy Scheider guy.
Sir, this is Victoria Contreras, Professor Ronald Miranda, and Professor Samuel Thomas Milland.
And she's Spock's evil twin guy.
And whoever the hell he was. All right, Doc, you wow, my friends, that'll be the last. He's just trying to get the horrible, a overdose of breath spray off of his. Well, you are minty fresh now, my friend. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what. There's a lot of times that I'm at a party and I'll just walk into the other room, close the door, open up my horrible little urn of brain material, and enjoy a couple spoonfuls of some delicious brain. That to me is a classic scene, and we love having this movie. Or
That's
what?
good brains.
Hey, everybody, we're back on Chiller. What do you think, man?
Oh, you know, it gives me nightmares.
What's that?
Thinking about all the comic books that all the mothers have ever thrown away over the course of history. And I'm hoping that when the Brainiac set fire to all that paper, Action Comics #1 wasn't in there.
Did you save all of yours from when you were a kid?
I traded a lot of mine away that I wish I still had, but we didn't throw any away.
Do you own any now?
Oh yeah.
How many do you own?
I got me
Dr.
some.
Moreau?
I got me some long boxes.
How many? Take a guess.
They're boxed in their bag.
Take a
and I
guess.
have no freaking idea.
Come on, let's take a guess.
No idea.
1,000?
No idea.
2,000. 5,000.
Somewhere north of 20,000, probably.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Did you hear that, everybody? Uh-oh, the crew is absolutely all going, what? What? 20,000 comic books?
Good stuff.
That's enough said, everybody. Enough said. Oh, man. Hello.
I'm a little lighthouse on the hill,
Bending all others to my will. For dogmatizing and employing necromancy.
probably some catmatizing.
You know,
I would think.
Necro, not a good term.
No.
You know what I mean?
Necro, anything.
Right, exactly. Just necro is not the prefix that you wish to have in any word associated with anything in your life. You know what I mean? No, I'm not in favor of necro, and I'd like to strike that from Chiller Theater's vocabulary from this point forward. So from now on, no necro, right? We are necroless on Chiller. Hey, everybody, we're back on Chiller Theater.
Let me ask you something.
Go ahead, ask me.
Do you think brains are better refrigerated?
I would like to think. I think anything's better refrigerated.
The Baron doesn't seem to have any refrigeration.
Yeah, I think when refrigerated, significantly better. I'd be definitely opting for
And when you suck the brains out, how do you get them back to the brain shape that he keeps in the cabinet?
Well, that involves reshaping the byproduct of the human body, and something I also don't wish to. That's an
amazing thing.
Oh, pardon me. All of us that upset me enough to almost. You almost took me down there, my friend. I'll tell you what. That's not a part of the show I wish to get to under any circumstances.
My nose is still running from the breath spray.
That's right. All right, everybody. What we're gonna do here? We're gonna head home back and enjoy what it is we came here to do. That's watch a fine movie together. Let's enjoy.
Brainiac.
What again? And what more do I need to say? Hey, friends, how are you back on Chiller Theater? What's making you so happy? Is it those twin orifices in your cranium?
Say what?
Well, you know what I mean.
Say
I like.
what?
Well, it's nice if you're going to be a brain sucker. It's nice to have a two-prong approach to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like to be able to get in there and really get to work. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you blow through that, your breath comes through the hole in the end and actually paints a horrible, romantic, pretty picture in my
What a
ear.
shame.
Not anything I wish to have happen. All right, friends, let's go watch something. Friends, we want to thank you for hanging in with us on Chiller Theater.
Little Billy and Susie, go to bed.
Oh, that's right. She's mighty late right now. Although if you'd like to stick around for, what is it again, Showtime at the Apollo? Stick around because there's a lot happening on that program. I'll tell you what. I love that. I've always been a big fan of that stuff. I really have. I find that's a fine show. Music, I love music in general, man. I'm a big music guy. As you can tell by looking at me, you can think, you know what, and I tell you a true story. I took piano lessons as a child. A guy, old man named Mr. Mullenix, really old dude who was really kind of stinky. And I mean, my mom made me, and I had to play all this horrible junk. Nowadays, you get to play neat stuff. I had to play this horrible, Mozart and minuets and all that kind of business. Well, old man, he was riding a bus one day, fell off the bus, and literally he shore his ear off. His ear actually got taken off when he fell off the bus, and he never gave lessons again. You could say he lost his ear for music. True story. Sorry about that.